Hello everyone and welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I wanted to do some fall makeup. It is officially fall and I know about you guys, coppers, cranberries, warm browns. I like those all the time. I think you guys know that. This look was mostly inspired actually by the new Lily Lolo Golden Hour palette that recently launched on the website. It is just fall in a palette and I wanted to share it all with you, as well as a bunch of new releases that I did just mention in my video last week. So if you want to see some new products in action, you want to see exactly how I achieved this sparkly cranberry smoky look, then please keep watching. First off, I am starting off with an old favorite. This is the RMS Uncover Up Cream Foundation. It's a really fantastic, easy to use medium to full coverage foundation that I really love, and I think the color is phenomenal on my skin tone as well, because I'm back to my normal, a little bit lighter skin tone here. So I apply it onto the skin. You can use a brush. I always like to use a sponge, especially since this has a little bit more coverage. I find that this gives me my desired sort of medium coverage finish that I more prefer. Then underneath the eyes, I am going to always do a full coverage option. I am going in with the Fit Glow Beauty. This is the Conceal Plus. I'm using the shade C3. Now what's great about this concealer, especially in the shade, is not only is it great for underneath the eyes, but it's good for the redness around my nose, as well as any spot concealing. There on the chin, I did just apply a little acne scar that I have, and I'm just going to use the same exact sponge to blend this in. You know the drill. Both of them blend really flawlessly together, and I find that the colors and finish are very comparable on these two. You always got to set everything in place. For me, I just like to do areas where I apply that extra concealer. So we're going to go on the chin, underneath the eyes, and then I'll just hit a little bit on my eyelid as well. It'll help the eyeshadows blend. For bronzer, I'm using the Kjaer Weis Powder Bronzer. This is in the shade Basque. Using that with an Antonym No. 2 brush. This brush is really fantastic because it covers a lot of surface area, but still is relatively tapered, so it allows you to get into the hollows of the cheeks, on the hairline there. I did take it underneath the jawline as well, even though you don't see it in this exact clip. But what I like about this Kjaer Weis bronzer is, again, it's a really beautiful, more neutral tone that works wonderful when layered, so I do take my time mostly building this up on the cheeks. For highlight, I'm going into one I haven't used in a while. This is the Rituel de Fille Rare Light Cream Luminizer. This is in the shade Moon Pillar, and Moon Pillar is a really beautiful, cool toned pink. These aren't always my favorite on myself personally, but this is an exception. It is bright enough where it looks really good on my skin. Even though I don't have particularly dark skin, it doesn't sit too dark. And I do think it would work for a shade, quite a few shades deeper than mine as well, and look really flattering. Staying on the Rituel de Fille train, I'm going in with an old favorite, of course. This is the Color Nectar Pigment Balm from them. This is in the shade Bee Sting. It's a really great pink. It really matches the shade that we're going to go in on the eyelids. I do even use this as a base that you will see here shortly, but they just look like watercolor on the cheeks, and that's what I love about it. For brows, Old Faithful. I usually skip this step, but I did want to show you a new brow gel that launched on the website. So this is the Plume brow pencil. You could see I really like to add a little bit of shape and structure to the front, but not the very front of the eyebrow, and then the tail end of the brow is where I put the deepest amount of color. Then Fit Glow released these brow gels. I do believe I announced it in a video, but if not, I'm using this clear shade here. I did just want to show that the formula could be a little bit wet when you first get it, but if you take your time dispersing it through the brows, it's a really nice formula because it's not too crunchy. It has like a flexible hold, I would call this, but it does keep the brows in place. So I wanted to show you how I work that into the brows, and it really allows you to get some shape, especially if you want to make the hair stand up front if you like that look. Now going in with the Lily Lolo Golden Hour eyeshadow palette, this is going to be the lightest shade, and I am just taking this all across the lid. It has a little bit of shine to it that I think adds a really nice amount of dimension, especially up there on the brow bone, and it's not crazy pigmented where it's like oversaturating my lid. Then I'm going to go in with the Bdellium Tools 785. This is the sort of the warm medium brown tone in the palette. It is absolutely one of my favorites. It's just a good everyday shade. And I'm going to start building out my crease. I am going to do the usual shape that I do like on my eye. If you have a more round eye shape, feel free to do that. That doesn't really suit my eye shape personally. Then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker brown. I am just building this up a little bit. You can also see I'm nestling this just a little bit towards the lash line. Not adding a ton of definition, but I want it to be the darkest there. Then I'm going in with the Perez. This is their line and blend brush. I love this brush. I'm going with the deepest brown in the palette. It's not an overly saturated color, so you don't have to worry about this being too dark, but I'm just sort of lining the lash line very, very lightly. I will go with a liner and then using the fluffy end of the brush in that same dark brown color and building it up just in that very outer corner, which I think makes for a very dynamic, dimensional look, especially with all the blending we just did. Now I like to do those shades before I go in with the lid, that way I don't blend anything away. So I'm using the Rituel de Fille Color Nectar Pigment Balm and just a flat synthetic brush, and I'm just packing this on the first 2/3 of my eyelid, not the outer 2/3. I'm going to let the brown live there. Then Lily Lolo has a really comparable, fantastic, more matte cranberry color. It's like a semi-matte that I am just packing right on top. It's a great rich tone, and the pair of these two together just really amps up the color. Then I am going to take a little bit of that cranberry tone and just run it underneath the lash line as well. Give a little bit of warmth. This is the Bdellium Tools 781. It's just a little pointed brush that allows me to be a little bit more specific with my placement of this color. Then I'm going in with the Ficlo Beauty. This is their Mulberry liner. It's a little bit more of a purpley brown tone. Just going to do the outer thirds here just for a little bit of dimension. This is just something I like to do in every look. You could totally skip this step. I think it makes it just a little bit smokier, but not too rich or dark. I also think the Perez liner in copper would be a really pretty option for this as well. Going in with the Kjaer Weis Impossible Mascara. I did want to take my time here showing you that I'll use both the flat side and the curved side to get the length and volume that I desire. I think this mascara is fantastic, but I did recently do a video comparing a lot of the new launches, but I did also want to show you how great it is underneath the lashes as well. You could see how rich and black it is and just easy for me to apply. This took me no time at all to get these dramatic results. Then I wanted to open up the eyes a little bit. You could choose to go with something deep if you like. That would also be a nice look. This is the Kjaer Weis Eye Pencil in Bright. And it's just a fantastic nude. It's not overly stark, so it looks really, really natural in the eyes, but you can see it really brightens the eye area. Really nice contrast. Then this is sort of the star of the show. I'm going with the Rituel de Fille Celestial Eye Soot. This is in the shade Aura. Aura has a really similar tone to what I have going on my eyelids here. It's just brighter, punchier, more celestial, and I am just taking a little tiny bit just in the center of my eye. It's like a very, very, very soft halo eye, but it's in such a complementary color that it really just adds to the look. So just there in the center, so easy to blend. I work it on the back of my hand to get a nice thin layer, and then I'm just going to apply a touch to my inner corner as well. Feel free to do this on the brow bone if you want a little extra something as well. Then I'm going in with one of the new Lily Lolo vegan lipsticks. This is again in a fantastic pinky cranberry sort of shade. You guys know I don't like a full-on lip moment, so I'm going to take my finger, blend that in, and then I wanted a little bit more slip, so I'm going in with the Hurrah lip balm. This is in Watermelon, which is not tinted at all. It's just going to give me some slip so I can go ahead and build up this color a little bit, and that is the finished look. Alright everyone, this is my completed look using mostly the new releases as well as some old favorites on the Integrity Botanicals website. If you like what you see here, please make sure to give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I upload new videos here every single week and I don't want you guys to miss them. I also always want to be uploading things that you guys want to see, so either by commenting and liking is the best way for me to know what videos you want me to keep coming out. So if you want some more fall makeup looks, definitely let me know. If you want to shop any of the products I talked about here today, from brushes, foundation, new launches, etc., I do include a link to every single product down below so you could shop them right here, right now. While you're down down there. All of our social media info is down there, as well as we are on TikTok now. So you could check us out other places, as well as subscribe to our newsletter. So I appreciate you all so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this makeup look. Again, please subscribe and thumbs up this video. It helps so very much, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.